everyone, welcome to A Chandler's Channel. I'm Tracy and I'm your host, and today's session is our weekly reading for April 8th to 14th, 2013. And what I do is I consciously channel my spirit guide, Whitehawk, for him to provide his wisdom to us to help us get through our day, get through our week, to teach us, to heal us. So last week's reading was one of where the erraticness from the previous week would still carry through, but at the same time there would be sadness. And so just so you know how my week shaped up, indeed there was the erraticness that did carry over, and then about Wednesday I felt the sadness. I felt the sadness in me. I felt the sadness in others around me, and therefore feeling the sadness in the collective consciousness. So that did as well happen for me. There was anxiety for me as well last week, but then again I'm getting the video up and stuff like that, so that could lend it. So that's how my week shaped up. Let me know how your week shapes up. If we don't chat and we don't comment, then we don't know. So let's go get Whitehawk and let's get started and see what he has in store for us for this week. Indeed, little one, he says. Let it all go. I could just sleep. He says, indeed, little one, let it all go. Relax your soul. Rest, he says, is fuel for the soul. He says, I bet a lot of you didn't know that, huh? And people are just sort of sitting around watching, just listening, not quite maybe understanding it, but at the same time just intently waiting for his words to hear what he has to say. And we're sitting on the ground and he's walking among us. He says, rest, my sweet children. Rest. That is the key. That is the word for this week. Rest. And we all lie down in corpse's pose for Shavanista. Did I say that properly? When you do that at the end of yoga. Indeed, he says that is very much what we are going to do, he says here today. So everybody lies down in corpse's pose and just kind of tries to let it go. He says, yawning is good, my child, he says. For there is release in yawn. It is very good, he says. Very good. And so everybody's lying there trying to get comfortable and release, and they're kind of fidgeting and they're kind of cold and they're having problems. And he comes by and he kind of leans down beside some people, a woman, and he touches her forehead and he just says, he has his hand on her forehead and he says, just rest, my child. What is all this wriggling about? What is all this craziness? What is all this fear, he says. Release. Release, my child. Release. And he whispers into her ear, for you are completely safe here, he says. No one can get you. No one can harm you. You are completely safe. And with those words, her body relaxes, knowing that She is safe. And she is calmer. She is more relaxed. To the point that she almost dozes off. She becomes so relaxed. And Whitehawk walks among us and speaking quietly. He says, "Yes, my children. Rest is your key to peace and tranquility," he says. Your key to happiness. The answers, he says, are in the rest. And to think anything else, he says, is ridiculous. So everyone kind of just sits there, and you still feel sort of an air of coldness overcoming us, you know. He says, rest, and the warmth will come back. Rest, and the joy will come back, he says. Rest. Too many people, he says, do too much. You must rest. Be blessed, he says. Be blessed with this knowledge this week. God bless. We'll return here next week and rest. God bless. I say God bless. And I come up yawning, of course, right? Ooh, I hope that was peaceful and restful for you. It seems to have been for where I was watching. So I guess our week is going to be restful. So let me know how it's coming along. Are you coming down? Are you able to rest? Are you finding it difficult? So leave a comment, subscribe, like, and we'll come back here again next week and see where we're at, see how rested we've become. Look midweek for my video on mental illness. I'm believing that's what I'm doing. I haven't done it yet. Things can change, but I'm hoping to do mental illness. So thanks for tuning in and sharing your time with me. God bless.